a spooky here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get your very own CSGO undetected external cheat. It's called Scripthial, I think. Basically it's made in Python, which means it's unlikely to get detected anytime soon. And what this has is it has wallhack, aimbot, and triggerbot. Doesn't have bhop, but I mean it's still pretty good. And I would say it'll be undetected for quite a while. I don't think it's ever been detected. And it's very simple to get. This is what the aimbot looks like. You can't really tell that there's an aimbot on. But if I hold on, if I just hold mouse 1 down, you can see I'm not moving my mouse at all. It's just tracking him. So in the next part, I'm going to be showing you how to set it up, how to install it. And by the way, I didn't make this. It's open source GitHub. I'll have a link to the GitHub in the description. Alright, so now I'm going to be showing you how to install Scripthial. I think that's the name. I don't know how you pronounce this. I don't even know if this is the name. And shout out to this guy. I think he's the one who created it. So anyway, you want to go to this GitHub link. I should have it in the description. So anyway, go here and you're going to want to do clone and download, or download zip. You can see I've already downloaded this, but anyway, you're also gonna want to download Python. So you could click this link here, or you could go to Microsoft Store, and you're gonna want to search Python, and you want this 3.7, and you'll click install on my devices. I already have this installed, so. Alright, so now that you've downloaded this and installed Python, you're gonna wanna extract this zip to a folder, or you can just do it onto your desktop or anywhere if you want, wherever you really want. So anyway, you're gonna wanna open this, and then you're gonna wanna use the Python script for your operating system. It only has the options for Windows and Linux, but I mean obviously most people are gonna have Windows. So anyway, you're gonna want to drag this into your wherever you want, and then once you have Python installed, you should be able to just run the cheat and it will work. So I'm just gonna open it, and you can't really tell, but it's open. Like, see this? This means it's open. Alright, so by default it doesn't have glow on, it just has triggerbot and aimbot enabled. So now that I've showed you how to install it, I'm going to show you how to config it basically. So I'm going to close it for now, and then I'm going to right click it and open with Notepad instead of Python, because this is how you edit the config. So you can see right here, this is glow, as in wall hacks. So if you change this to true, then wall hacks are enabled. So first you're going to want to save it after you do that. So go back to the cheat and open it with Python after you save. Now it's going to take a second to load. Now that it's loaded, you can go back to your game and you can see that wall hacks are now enabled. Alright, so now I've showed you how to get wall hacks on, I'm gonna close it again. I want to show you a little bit more. So I'm gonna open it with Notepad again. I think I already had it open. Yeah. Anyway, so you can turn aimbot off if you want. This is this right here is recoil control with aimbot. You're gonna want to leave this on, because look, if I show you, if you turn this off, I mean you could turn it off, but like the thing is, I'll show you right now. it's hard to like shoot people and control recoil when you have aimbot. Like now it seems fine, but like sometimes it's gonna be snapping on their head and you're gonna be pulling down, but the aimbot's still pulling to his head because the aimbot doesn't account for recoil. See that? Like right there. It doesn't happen all the time, but I would just recommend you use aimbot recoil. I mean aimbot RCS. So keep that on true. I was just demonstrating. And see right here, GRCS, this is regular recoil control. So if you turn this to true, you're gonna have recoil control on all the time, which some people are gonna want that. I don't know why I have so many tabs open, but alright, so I'm gonna run it again. I'm gonna show you the RCS looks kind of fishy if you have it on all the time. I mean, kinda is an understatement because that looks really obvious. But it works with every gun. It does not work in the scope of this gun. So that's just a tip for you. Just learn that. So I mean, you don't really need to use that on all the time anyways, unless you don't know how to control recoil at all. But anyway. And see these keys here? This is a key for aimbot and triggerbot and the exit key. I don't know how, like, the key codes to change this. Like, say you want to put triggerbot on a different key. It's on mouse 4 by default. So I don't know the codes to change this to a different key. So you can find this information out yourself. So here is the aimbot FOV. You can turn this up to 180, but by default it's on 1. You can just do that by changing this number. 22, 1, 1.5. So you just, sorry, 4. So you would just change this and then save. And then this is the smoothing for the aimbot. This will make the aimbot look more legit. It already looks pretty legit by default, so I mean, I think 5 is enough. But if you turn it down, it will look more obvious. Like, see, if I turn this to 0, that means there's no smoothing at all. It's gonna look pretty obvious. Also, it takes a little bit longer for the cheat to inject when you have glow on. So, I mean, just a pointer. Let me turn the FOV up so it's more clear to you what's happening. Alright, so on 0 smoothing you can see this looks very obvious. So you're gonna want to keep the smoothing on at least 5, I would say. And this right here, this is gonna make it to where like your aimbot will only aim for head. By default, it's gonna aim for every bone, I guess, or every part of the body. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. So you can just change these to whatever you want. I would keep the capitalization. I think it might be necessary to capitalize the first letter. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all the features. Like I said, it doesn't have b-hop, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, you don't really need that. Unless you're trying to be Zun or something. Alright, well, next I'm going to show you it in game. As in a VAX secured server, because this is just like, you know, I could be showing you a detected cheat right now, and it doesn't really matter unless I prove that it's undetected, I guess. Let me make sure it's smooth. Okay. And I have had one issue with this. Sometimes when I load into a game from injecting from the menu, it crashes. Let's see if it'll happen. So if that happens to you, my recommendation would be to inject while you're in the game. As in, when you load into a comp match, then you inject while you're in the actual match.
Let's roll.
So let's see if it crashes. Okay, well this time it did not crash, so I can't really demonstrate that to you. But I mean, if it does happen to you, just inject while you're in the match. So as you can see, I'm in a vac secured server right now. I don't know what that random dot was on my screen for a second, but as you can see, I'm not banned. I mean, you won't really know until like the next day because it's delayed. But yeah, as you can see, it's undetected. And I'll show you trigger bot right there. It's just holding the key down and you walk into it. I mean, the only thing that I dislike about this cheat is 1, the crashes, and 2, that it doesn't have b-hop. But like, besides that, I'd say it's pretty good. And it's unlikely that it will be detected anytime soon because of the fact that it's made in Python and the fact that it's external, which I mean is kind of a redundant statement because I just said it's made in Python. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, I didn't make this, but I feel like it's pretty decent, and it didn't seem to have much attention. Not that I would give it any more attention by making a video about it, but I don't know, I just wanted to show people how to use it. Like, I don't know, I was kind of confused the first time I downloaded it, like how to change the settings and stuff. I didn't really know, and there wasn't much like information on the GitHub. So I just thought I would show people in a video tutorial. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I'll be making more videos about like CSGO cheats and stuff. I probably won't make like a legit hacking video. I'm probably just gonna make like videos on showcases of cheats. But yeah, see ya.